Hi boys and girls, you might know that today is Earth Day, a day that we celebrate our beautiful Earth. But did you also know that April is National Poetry Month? So today I thought we could celebrate by writing a poem about nature. This kind of poem is called a haiku. That's the word H-A-I-K-U. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what a haiku is first. A haiku is a Japanese poem that does not rhyme. It is a poem that describes something in nature. Haiku poems have 3 lines with a certain number of syllables in each line. Line 1 has 5 syllables, line 2 has 7 syllables, and line 3 has 5 syllables again. So it follows a pattern of 5, 7, 5 with 3 lines total. Here's an example of a haiku at the bottom called The Ocean. Beautiful ocean, roaring waves crash down on me, floating in the foam. Wanted to share a book with you today that's really special because it was written by some students in an elementary school. Here are the authors. They are the 4th grade students of St. Mary's Catholic School in Mansfield, Massachusetts. I'd like to share with you a couple of the haikus that these students wrote. Here's a haiku about an oak tree. This haiku says, crisp leaves glistening, purple acorns bursting out, the mighty white oak. Here's a poem that they wrote about a flower called a trillium. Says trillium in spring, purple petals in the sun, you see it blossom. And there's a picture of a trillium. I noticed that there were a lot of flowers on the hikes and the walks that I've been taking. And when I was walking around my neighborhood, I noticed something right here in the front yard at my house. This green stem used to be a tulip. And when I was walking outside, I thought it was just really interesting that this sort of green stick was shooting up into the earth. I decided to write a poem about that. Now, it took me a lot of tries because I had to get the syllables down just right. The first idea that I had, I'm going to take you through my writing process so you can see all of my ideas and whether or not they worked. So at first I thought I could say mysterious green stick. When I counted that, mysterious green stick, that was 6 syllables, so that one wasn't going to work. Then I did green mystery stick, and that one was 5. So I thought, well, that could be one of my lines. Maybe I'll use that. Petals have fallen. Petals have fallen. That one was also 5. So I thought that could work too. I came up with a 7-syllable line that reads, your petals fell to the ground. Your petals fell to the ground. Thought that might be my middle line. And then I wanted to have an ending, so I started thinking of endings that could be 5 syllables. I came up with spring is here. That one was only 3. Spring is here. And then I came up with spring brings about daily change. But that one was 7, and I didn't really want that line to go in the middle. So here is my final haiku at the bottom. And you'll notice that it has 5, 7, and 5. I also did a little bit of revising because I originally had the word stick right there, green mystery stick. And then I thought, why am I calling it a stick when it's clearly a stem? So I changed that word. And now my poem says this, green mystery stem, your petals fell to the ground. What is next for you? Boys and girls, I hope that you try to write a haiku today. And when you do, we would love to see your haiku. Could you type it in the comments so we can read your haiku? Just remember that it has to be about nature, it has to have 3 lines, and it has to follow a pattern of 5, 7, and 5 for the syllable count. Have fun writing your haikus and happy Earth Day.